What's up guys, welcome back to the Home Slice. If you've been following along, you know I've been trying these crazy tests with this massive, gnarly, high tensile ship rope, and it has destroyed almost all the edges, but recently I had some success. Good results with coarse S30V, coarse sharpened S30V, good results with dual grit, sharpened CPM M4 and then decent results with the CPM MagnaCut Mule factory edge. And then we finally got through it with coarse sharpened Maximet, with coarse sharpened CPM M4, and with coarse sharpened CPM MagnaCut. Now this rope requires quite a combination of toughness and hardness to get through. I'm sharpening all the edges at 17 degrees per side, and I'm just testing which one has the highest longevity in intense and dirty and straining cutting conditions by testing them with this rope. So I have 2 tests left to go. Today is something of a confirmation run because way back at the beginning, the CPM M4 that was dual grit sharpened and actually had already been used quite a bit and beat up for a couple weeks came in and it cut through the ship rope. And I've had this lingering question, did that just work because it had been worn down a little bit and the edge wasn't so fine that it was easily damaged, but it was actually rounded out a bit? And so today is a bit of a confirmation run on that. I'm going to try CPM M4 in my Spyderco military. It's just been freshly dual grit sharpened. Here's the best test. And let's go. Let's see if it gets through this ship rope again, yet a second time. Wow, that's a very interesting result. Okay, so the used M4 actually cut the rope much more easily than this fresh dual grit M4, and I don't know why that is. It was it didn't stop cutting, like it retained the ability to split new fibers for a long time, but when you first started cutting, it didn't have that grab and that aggressiveness of a coarse edge. It was not as good to cut with as a coarse edge was. So it's really interesting. A dual grit edge on M4 will make it through the rope, not as easily as any of the coarse edges that have either coarse M4 or coarse Maximet or coarse MagnaCut. It does seem like things point to the fact that a dual grit edge sort of degrades to take on some of the cutting characteristics of a coarse edge. Like as you use a dual grit edge over time and wear away that initial like fine point and crisp edge, it starts to take on more of these characteristics of having long-lasting slicing aggression that you would expect from like a coarse edge, which is really interesting. Anyway, let's best test it real quick and see how the edge is still doing in that portion of the edge that was used the most. But hey, we got through it, guys. Barely. It was barely slicing there at the end, to be honest. Like, it was making very, very slow progress. But hey, we did it. All right. Okay, well, there you go, 756. I think that when we did this with a coarse edge M4 after the rope of death test, it was about 660 or so. So about 90 grams difference between the dual grit, and the dual grit did not hold an edge quite as well in this test. So this test seems to favor tough steels with medium to high carbide volume, sharpened at a coarse edge more than anything else. If you want to see the coarse edge test that I'm referring to, check out this link right here. And I'll just say, hey, peace out from the home slice. Take care, guys. Bye.